Welcome. In this video, I want to remain objective, mostly, but also partly inject subjectively my own personal opinions based on what I've researched. There's been many quote-unquote conspiracies over the years, whether it be the moon landing is fake, Earth is flat, and do planets actually exist. But today, I'll be partially addressing these things, basically putting up what scientists, philosophers, and theories say against what the Hebraic biblical texts say. And after, you can make your own judgment. In conclusion, thank you.
This is Apollo, Saturn launch control, T-minus 3 hours, 4 minutes, 32 seconds and counting. Right on time as far as the astronaut countdown is concerned. The prime crew now departing from their crew quarters. 10, 9, ignition sequence start.
On, forward, 40 feet down, 2.5, picking up some dust. Great shadow. I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
So as you may ask, what does the beginning of creation have to do with space, astronauts, or the moon landing? My answer is everything, because space as we know it existed before Earth, according to both sources. Let's get into it. Okay, so as most of us learn from the educational system, is that before all existence, there was a Big Bang theory, or spark, that ignited from absolutely nothing, and as a result, the things we see today existed. But this concept was first created by Georges Lemaitre in 1927, who said he envisioned the universe expanding from an extremely dense hot state, which he called a cosmic egg, or better yet, a firework explosion. Sounds like Johnny-come-lately to me, but we'll also get into some ancient texts for the opposing argument later. But how can he make this proclamation in 1927 before the space travel in 1969? Sounds weird to me. So let's get into one popular theory that we all know, gravity. So in totality, according to theory, gravity is a force that pulls objects toward the center of the planet, causing them to fall down. And this theory is thought to have been formulated in 1665 or 1666 by Isaac Newton. After watching an apple fall from a tree, and again, being that 1665 is later in time, how could he make that determination is beyond me. But I guess the apple don't fall too far from the tree of just making something up. But let's get into what the Bible scriptures say concerning this concept. So in 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, it talks about the spiritual body, talk about the celestial and the terrestrial. Verse 40, there are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. So the terrestrial is bound by earth, or the ground it was created from, that has an expiration date. But after that, there's a celestial that isn't bound by earth, which is why you see orbs or spirits floating, further solidifying the scripture's validity. So let's go down to verse 44. It is sown a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. And so it is written, the first man Adam was made a living soul, the last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Howbeit, that was not first which is spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual. The first man is of the earth, earthy. The second man is the Lord from heaven, as is the earthy. Such are they also that are earthy. And as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. And as we have borne the image of the earthy, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, neither doeth corruption inherit incorruption. So just like Adam was created from the earth, his body would be confined to the mass of this earth or this realm. But our spirits is beyond what we see, and were created by the Lord according to scripture. So when we die, we take on a spiritual body which isn't held by gravity, which is why I personally think Satan or Lucifer has lost his spiritual body and is stuck in this realm with gravity because of disobedience. But I'll get into that later.
Our mission as the Civilian Space Exploration Team is to be the first civilian team in history to launch a rocket that reaches space.
All systems are go for launch. T-minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so in case you don't know or haven't realized by now, I personally don't believe any human has went beyond the firmament or the Earth's atmosphere into space, because if technology has improved since the first moon landing, why can't they just not replicate the same mission today? I believe there's a firmament or dome keeping all living matter inside of what we know as Earth, but that's just my opinion, but I'll show that in a minute. Okay, so this is the King James Version. Genesis chapter 1, verse 6. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Verse 7. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. Verse 8. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So the scriptures describe a firmament being in the midst of waters that's divided from each other because, of course, we depend on CO2 to breathe. So could it be there's a H2O habitat outside of our quote-unquote planet, or are we on a big rock just floating or orbiting through space? You be the judge. Okay, so the first ever documented to propose a model of the solar system with the Earth orbiting the Sun concept was Nicholas Copernicus in 1515. But of course, later astronomers like Galilei built upon that with telescope observations and refinements, but today is known as the Copernicus theory. And as you can clearly see, all these philosophies and theories come from early white Europeans who popped up around the 15th century. Interesting. What was going on before that time? But again, that's another video.
Whoa, nice one, Simba. Thanks. Man, I'm stuffed.
Me too. I ate like a pig.
Pumbaa, you are a pig.
Oh, right. Timon,
Yeah?
those sparkly dots are up there?
Pumbaa, I don't wonder. I know.
Oh, what are they?
They're fireflies. Fireflies that got stuck up in that big bluish black thing.
Oh, gee. I always thought they were balls of gas burning billions of miles away.
Pumbaa, with you, everything's gas.
Simba, what do you think?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, come on,
well,
Come on, Simba, come on.
Nah.
We told you ours. Please.
Well,
Give?
somebody once told me that the great kings of the past are up there, watching over us.
Really?
You mean a bunch of royal dead guys are watching us? Who told you something like that?
Yeah.
So let's see what the scriptures say about philosophy. Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. So let's look at some earlier depictions of another well-renowned philosopher, Plato. Seems like there's some very similar common trends here. Pay attention. So check this out. Plato believed that the physical world was a mere reflection of a higher, more real world of forms, which are eternal, unchanging, and perfect. Wink, wink. Wait, there's more. He also believed in a soul ability to exist beyond the physical body, and he envisioned a just and harmonious society ruled by philosopher kings. Interesting. So once you look deep into the origin of these people, much of their reasoning is built off of their own imaginations long after, and is deep-rooted in theory, which in most cases is eliminating God's hand in creation. And they'll write us off as being crazy, when even to believe theory or philosophy, it takes belief and faith to believe something. Difference is that the scriptures have more validity.
Whoa, does anyone know why that happens? That's wild.
Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna furthermore substantiate that the Bible proves that there's a firmament, and that men or humans cannot go beyond that firmament. This is St. John chapter 3 and verse 12. I'll start at verse 12. If I have told you earthly things, and ye believe not, how shall ye believe, if I tell you of heavenly things? Verse 13. And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven. Okay, and let's also prove what I said earlier, that I believe that Satan was cast down into the firmament or the atmosphere of the earth and cannot go outside of the firmament. He's been relegated to human form. I'm going to read this in Revelations chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Now, I do believe that through NASA and a lot of these space programs that they are trying to develop some type of technology that can get them out of the firmament. And I'll touch base on that in a minute. Follow me. Luke chapter 10, verse 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Okay, y'all, I know I'm bouncing around, but just follow me. So I'm going to go to Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. So I'm just proving that Satan was cast down and he's relegated to inside of the firmament, inside of the earth, and also that he was stripped of his spiritual or, body to go up into the heavens. So this is verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High. Yet, verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Verse 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms? So just like he did back in a Tower of Babel or a Tower of Babylon, he was trying to go up into the heavens and fight, go outside of the firmament and fight against the Most High God.
My administration is reclaiming America's heritage as the world's greatest spacefaring nation. The essence of the American character is to explore new horizons and to tame new frontiers. But our destiny beyond the earth is not only a matter of national identity, but a matter of national security. So important for our military, so important, and people don't talk about it. When it comes to defending America, it is not enough to merely have an American presence in space. We must have American dominance in space. So important. Very importantly, I'm hereby directing the Department of Defense and Pentagon to immediately begin the process necessary to establish a Space Force as the sixth branch of the armed forces. That's a big statement. We are going to have the Air Force and we are going to have the Space Force, separate but equal. It is going to be something so important. General Dunford, if you would carry that assignment out, I would be very greatly honored also. Where's General Dunford? General? Got it? Let's go get it, General.
Okay, so let's get into why I don't believe that they went into space yet and not able to. But again, I do believe that they will be successful in creating the technology on going up there to try to fight against the Most High, like I just shown you in the last video and through the scriptures. So let's go to Obadiah. And mind you, America's symbol and a lot of other European symbols is the eagle. So just keep that in mind. So let's go to Obadiah. Obadiah only has one chapter, so we're gonna start at let's start at verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Though that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So he say, even though you set your nest among the stars, when you begin to set your nest among the stars, then I will bring you down. So they will accomplish what they're trying to do. Okay, so I guess I pretty much proved my point. I'm gonna wrap it up there. I did want to get more in depth about the sun and the moon going through gates, and they don't really exist outside of the firmament, but they're actually luminaries within the firmament. But I guess I'll do that on another video. If that's what y'all want, let me know. But if you like this video and other videos, please like, share, subscribe. I thank y'all for being patient with me. Peace.